different type of music because of the demographic I was hanging out with. And I feel like I still kind of carry that with me. So when I had the opportunity to meet someone in Las Vegas when I visited there to shoot some music videos, I met him at a club and he was like, listen, like, you're out here doing music videos, you obviously make music. What kind of music do you make? Because you're at an EDM bar on a Tuesday. And I was like, well, I'm out here on a Tuesday because I like heard this is what the locals do on Tuesdays. I want to experience that. And he was like, well, that's cool, I respect you. He goes, let me add you on Instagram, I'll send you some beats. And I'm like, okay, do you have any like hip hop beats? Like, I'm really doing hip hop right now. And he's like, yeah, I'll send you some EDM stuff too, because I saw you shuffle. And I was like, okay, like, all right. And I was like, okay, I told you I'm doing hip hop right now, but you gonna send me, all right, we go see it. When he sent it to me, I was like, yo, I'm really messing with this. Like, I doubted the kid for a little bit and I feel bad, like, but he rips it. Like, and the thing is, I didn't know him from like a fly on the wall. When I talked to him, I didn't know his YouTube numbers, I didn't know his Instagram like follows, none of that. This kid be making beats for everybody. I'm like, yo, I didn't even know you was big like this. You know what I mean? So he was humble. And bro, I'm telling you, like, I'm telling you, my energy is different when I meet people for the first time now because of that one instance.
That humbled you.
It humbled me.
Humbled you. That's real.
Yeah, and then, you learn through experiences. You learn on your journey through experience, and I think that's really what made me want to be like, yo, I need to do that song. I need to do this song right now. Like, this beat, I'm feeling it. Let me do this song. And that song, it's about just like being hype, being in a club, being like on that energy where it's like you're jumping up and down with a crowd and just like going hard. And that music video is coming out next. Really? But you'll kind of see that energy, but only with one person because we keeping it to COVID standards. You know what I mean? At that point, it was like literally you were supposed to be with a mask on, away from everybody, and I had been to Atlanta at the time.
Where they weren't doing that.
Where they weren't doing that. So it's weird because I was coming from Jersey, so like I got a whole 3M mask on, like I'm wearing gloves, like real mask. Bro, I'm telling you, like I'm out here like we being safe because I'm traveling. I'm just trying to get my music videos done and then go back home. And like I'm telling you, like it was different. People rolling up to the club, no mask on. I'm like, yo, y'all don't even gotta wear the mask to the door, like till you get to your section or nothing, bro. I'm like, yo, this is different. This is really different. Everywhere you go, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be a different level of like respect for what's going on.
Right. Well, also, what made you title the EP that?
Quasar Ascension.
Yeah.
A lot of people like when I started rapping, a lot of people be like, yo, you like every rapper has that moment where they're like, yo, if I get big, like what I'm gonna call myself? You know what I mean? Like people gonna ask me like, you wanna be like a pop star? Like Drake refers to himself as a pop star in his last song that came out, where you have Justin Bieber being like, in his video and stuff. Yeah,
leading as the...
Yeah, exactly. So he said, I'm a pop star, not a doctor, right? Mm-hmm. That's what he's referring to himself as because he's, referring to the crowd that's listening to him. It's very pop poppy. Music. Exactly. But I was like, I don't want to be a rock star either. Like, they are very, like, associated with, like, crazy drugs and, like, not good drama and, like, all the stereotypes that go with that. Shit. Yeah, because when you come out as an artist, people are going to associate you with whatever stereotype you're saying, the genre you're in, right, whether you like it or not. So I was like, I don't want to be associated with any of that. I don't want to be a pop star, rock star, none of that. I'm a quasar. And when you really actually look into, I'm really into science. I'm not going to lie. I'm into like planets. I'm into astrology. I'm into, the cosmos, all that like energy, radiation, all like, I love it. All
that is what we're made up of.
No, exactly. So
that's why I was interested when you chose that.
Exactly. So when you look up a quasar, it's actually one of the biggest and brightest stars in the sky, but at the center of it is a black hole. Mm-hmm. And then ascension is like when you ascend. Mm-hmm. And ascend, and you most of the time when you look up ascension, it means like ascending to something else, right? Something greater most of the time. So Quasar Ascension is like me realizing that like my mind can be on a higher frequency. All I have to do is really put myself in a place where I'm learning more, where I'm listening more than speaking. Because when you really place yourself in a space where you're listening more than thinking, you learn a lot more. That's right. Because you're not thinking about what you're gonna say next. You're thinking about what that person's thinking, and you also are more in tune with people when you listen too, because you'll realize like just by the way they're speaking, listen to the tone of their voice. I can tell. Most times with my roommates, I can tell if someone's upset, they had a bad day at work, but they don't want to talk about it just by the way they're sitting on the couch, just by the way that they're looking when other people are talking about their work day. Yep. It's really, it's really interesting when you start being in tune with not only yourself but with other people around you. And for a long time I had to isolate myself to even understand like how I felt about things.
That's real, man. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you already know about how to connect with people, and that's what you're putting into your music, which is also in a way a black hole, because it's going to draw those people in.
And that's exactly where that's why I picked Quasar out of all things, because I got to pick a Nebula, Supernova, you know what I mean? There's a bunch of stuff out there, but I feel like that's what it is. You're so attracted to how bright it is that you think it's a star. You don't know what it is. You might think it's a star, just like everything else in the sky that's bright.
Like a moth to the flame, man.
And once you're drawn in, then you got to listen, and then you're like, it's you're here. You have nowhere else to go but to now that you heard it, you can't unhear it. Yeah. And that's exactly what I did with this album. I put some stuff out there that people don't want to hear, but they need to hear it.
That's how we was talking off mic about frequencies, though. And that's how you in the rap game go against everything that's in the rap game right now. So
yeah,
exactly.
That's what I'm saying. That, like you saying, to be drawn into what you got going on, a lot of people being drugged down into what's going on right now.
Yeah.
The content.
You know what I'm saying? So everybody's content has to be the same, or you're not going to pop. Like, you're not going to be heard. So you got a bunch of copycat like music. So nobody, all the frequencies are the same.
And you know, the worst part about that is that, like, some people want to listen to what I'm making, but it's like, yo, my friend's not feeling that.
Where you
like,
gonna play that
where
at?
Exactly, when your boy passed you the aux, if you play this, are you gonna get flamed? Because he gonna be like, yo, I can't get down with this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, whoever's playing it, who's ever sharing it on their pages, I really appreciate y'all for real. Like, if you're sharing my music, I appreciate it, because you're telling people that I agree with whatever message is on this song. And if you agree with the messages that I'm putting out, that you're agreeing with love, positivity, reality, which really, you know, a lot of people don't want to face the reality of situations right now. Which is why, you know, the Broken Hearted Planet, which is also like a huge shout out to Love the Team. You know, that's my cousin's, that's his music, John, but he uses the Broken Heart all the time too. And I'm, you know, our messages are different for what with the Broken Heart, but you know, he's the person that got me in the booth off rip. Like, people, there's people that literally gotta push you to be like, let's go. Like come on. Like I'm gonna pull your shirt a little bit and be like, yo, bro, come on. Like, you gotta get to it. And he got me to it, bro. There is nobody else. I was never gonna lay down a track. I can have a book full of written things. I can have 100 recordings on my phone. I can freestyle 100 times and like a cipher, but I was never gonna hit a booth. And he's the person that got me to the booth. And that's, you know, I'm thankful for that, because there's not a lot of people that will push you to come out of your comfort zone, and he really did.
And that's real, because we need people around us that's like that, that's gonna push us, that's gonna make us do better, go harder. But one thing that we're big on this podcast